Nobody likes a skimpy chocolate chip cookie. It's time to chip it. Chip it good. Today we're making dark chocolate orange macadamia nut cookies. No skimpy cookies here. These chocolate chip cookies have a lot going on, but they are loaded with flavor. Today we're using flour, white sugar, brown sugar, baking powder, baking soda, salt, butter, eggs, and then I'm using some dark chocolate chips, some toasted macadamia nuts, a little orange zest to zhuzh it up, and some vanilla extract. I gotta tell you, I think chocolate chip cookies are pretty boring. But I figured there had to be a way to liven them up. First, I wanted a really thick cookie, and a good way to do that is to load it up with stuff. We're gonna start by toasting some macadamia nuts. I've got about 4 ounces of macadamia nuts here. I'm just going in a 350 oven for about 5 minutes. Be sure to watch it. Next up, I've got 1 stick of softened butter that I'm gonna add to my stand mixer, along with half a cup of white sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. I've also got 2 teaspoons of kosher salt going in and a teaspoon of baking soda. And one more thing, I've also got a teaspoon and 3/4 of baking powder. 1, 2, 3. Going in, and then I've zested an orange and I've added about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we're going to add that in, and we will mix this really well. It's probably actually going to take about 8 minutes to get this mixed up. Now that the butter mixture is super fluffy, I'm just going to add the eggs one at a time until they're incorporated. Once the eggs are incorporated, we're just going to add 2 1/4 cups of flour all at once, and do this on low speed or you're going to get a flour bath. Once that's incorporated, we'll add the chocolate chips and the nuts. And with the mixer on low, I'm going to add a bag of dark chocolate chips. We don't want no wimpy chips in here. And those macadamia nuts that we toasted earlier. Okay, here's the hard part. To keep these cookies tall, I'm actually going to roll them out and then refrigerate them overnight. I know, but it's worth it, I promise. Also, did I mention these cookies are huge? We are rolling out about 6-inch balls. That cookie's gonna be massive. These are definitely shareable size. So I will just wrap these balls individually and refrigerate them overnight. We're ready to bake. Don't skip this overnight step because according to science, it hydrates the flour and produces a chewier cookie, which is what we're going for. I am only baking 4 of these monster cookies now, and I froze the rest of the dough for later. We're baking these cookies at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. And we're out of the oven. It may seem like overkill, but because these cookies are so massive, I'm actually going to take the temperature just to make sure they're done. We are looking for somewhere in the 170 range. Here we have our big monster size chewy chocolate chip cookies that are big enough for sharing, but you don't have to. See you next time.